Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Deathmatch Russell Podcast. Let's get it on!
Come into the ring, step into the fire, see what you want, baby. If your heart has desire, get out, get knocked down, get out, get knocked down, get up, get knocked down, down, down. Deathmatch Russell Podcast. 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 Deathmatch Russell Podcast.
And good evening, everyone. You're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell Podcast, and my guest at this time, the one and only, the Backwoods Brawler himself, Hunter Freeman. How you doing tonight, man?
What's up, Russell, man? Props to that intro, man. That was very good. Very, very good intro. I was hyped.
Do you know what that was? That was actually a guy on TikTok created.
No way, really?
Yeah, I was like, all right, I'll pay PayPal, like $20. He made a song. Like I said, make a song about my podcast.
Oh, nice, dude. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I can work with this, something different. And it's
very well
and
spent.
yeah, and if you listen to it a little bit, you can kind of like hear like the Hardy Boys riff kind of to it. Like there's
I guess
know,
so,
right?
Yeah, you are.
So, but that's my own judgment of that, and Hardys can't steal that from me. So hey.
I feel you, dude. Well, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, absolutely. We were talking about you're one of those guys. I was like, oh, all right, I'm going to see what this guy's up to, because he's one of those guys that needs to be seen, and people need to hear and see what you do inside the ring. And you're one hell of a wrestler as well as a brawler.
Oh yeah, man. That's pretty much all I do.
Yes, and you actually just recently, what is it, 2 weeks ago, a week ago, you were just we had you guys team forces with Game Changer Wrestling, and you were presented LA Fights, and you were in a scramble match.
Yeah, it was a pretty big night, man. Big show.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, it was a big show. It was kind of, showing out what we got going on out here on the West Coast, and just being able to be on that platform, like Game Changer Wrestling, and being there and facing the guys I was facing, even though it was a scramble, it is what it is. Every time I go to the ring, bro, I'm gonna go in there and throw down. You know what I mean? So, it don't matter if it's a one-on-one, a tag, a three-way, four-way, six-man scramble, rumble, whatever. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna kick everybody's ass. So that's pretty much what I try to do. So entertain. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and I'm already looking at the card, and they're coming back again at January 9th again, huh? Man.
Yeah, January 9th they'll be back out here. I think we definitely showed out this first show. And
yes, because I heard that this was, they're doing something different. We need that. We need some different, branding of wrestling. And
it's we showed out that first show. So the second one that's coming around is no telling, there's no telling who might show up, anything like that. So it was definitely a good time.
But also that gives you a chance to be seen world, other states and across, the world as well. Too.
Yeah, man. Like guys on the East Coast are watching me now. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's like me. Representing you. 100% because you do it. Because you do what you do, and I love and I represent you guys. What you do.
Appreciate it, man.
Because you never know, you can step in one of my rings, but nearby at my local promotion. Because there's we have a good little promotion called it's pretty Titan Championship Wrestling. We have a pretty good crowd mix of wrestling styles and stars from AEW once in a while
Yeah, man. Hey, get me out there. I'll do it. I ain't no problem. I'll get out there. I'll fight anybody.
Yeah, we just had our Mount Olympus Rumble. So yeah, we're pretty. It was pretty good. We're just getting
cool, man.
back. Hell yeah! I mean, we even have like a goddesses. You have to have like the ladies wrestling kind of thing too as well. So you have like two separate, shows to split off each.
Yeah.
But anyway, how long have you been in wrestling for?
I started training in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2013 is when I started.
Mm-hmm.
Been going on close to 9 years. Yeah, about 9 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to say it's been around 9 years. Probably my 8th year. That's how long I've been doing it. I train now under a B-boy.
I know B-boy very well. Really good.
Yeah. So
really very professional. He is professional.
Yeah. He's my mentor, man. He definitely he put me underneath his wing. Man, I trained under him. He's definitely gotten me to push myself and kind of show out. I've kind of taken his mindset and mentality and the way he works in the ring. I'll never be B-boy by no means, but I would definitely take what he gives and the knowledge that he gives out, and I take it out there to the ring. So
I know. I mean, he's been all over, even the East Coast. His one promotion, Jersey All Pro Wrestling. My gosh, that was one of his first really major companies. And I'm sure you heard of that.
Oh yeah. I know all about his run over on the East Coast, and and just to be able to, not only do we have him, but we also, we get times where we're able to talk to, Homicide and Rich Swann and all those guys from the CZW days, and then
absolutely
even Gage when he comes in, all those guys ran together the CZW. So it's just good. It's just good things when you come out and there's Gage and he tells you about his boy B-boy and being able to sit under the learning tree of those guys, man, and I've definitely tried to take what those guys have told me and kind of put it into myself, So that's what I try to do, man, and again, just being able to sit under the learning tree with those guys is just a plus.
Let me ask you this: what got you into wrestling as a kid? What got you started, and how did you come about? And like we're talking about CZW, and
so my mom, she was a ER nurse, right? And my dad, he worked throughout the day. So when I was younger, I had to stay with my grandparents. And so staying with my grandparents, my grandpa was struck by a drunk driver, and so he was paralyzed from the neck down. So when I would stay with my grandparents, you can't really, go out.
TV.
You can't really go out and play catch and different things like that. So me and my grandpa, we sat down and we watched wrestling. So he would have the old VHSs and different things like that, and we'd watch all the old Coliseum videos and different things. So and then always just being a fan of it, man, from when I was 2 years old to now, and then so I've always been a fan of it. And then what got me into wrestling was after my my time, a little bit of time in the Marine Corps. I needed to find a hobby, man. I was I was getting not I wasn't being bad or anything like that, but I was just, they always say in the military, man, you got to find something to do with your time. You know what I mean? And I was starting to get into a bad place, mentally and things like that. Just
because homesick. Yep, because homesick. Because you get homesick. Mentally homesick, and just.
That's what I did, man. So I was in Japan, and I saw a flyer for a wrestling show there in Japan.
You're like, let me check it out.
I got a bunch of my guys to go with me, and we went to the wrestling show. And
isn't that crazy? Isn't it crazy? Japan, you go to a different you're in Japan, you're like, holy shit, this is different than what I'm seeing in the States. But you're, like different styles of wrestling. It's amazing.
Yeah, man. So, so I got over there. One of my friends spoke very fluent Japanese, and I told him after the show, I was like, I want to talk to these guys about training. And so we went up and talked to them, and they told me to be back Wednesday, and I was back Wednesday, and then it started from there, and I started getting my ass kicked in Japan, and doing the whole young boy scene and everything like that. So just to put it in perspective, what I was doing, man, was I would get up every morning at 5:30 to go PT at 6 o'clock. From 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, I would work out with the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Get ready, be at work by 8, do my things in the Marine Corps, do my job in the Marine Corps, be done by 4 or 5 o'clock, and then be at the dojo by 7. Work out at the dojo by 7 at 7 until possibly about 12 or 1 in the morning. Go home and do it all over again. You know what I mean? So
so you're like, wow, all right, now I am getting hooked on this. I'm really learning the rope. I'm starting to feel okay, I can do this.
Yeah, so it was definitely a learning experience. I was over there. I was able to train over there for a year and a half. I was able to have 2 matches over there. It was and I hope one day I'm able to go back. Who knows? Maybe one day. But that's one of the first guys that I met over there was Jun Kasai. So yeah, one of the first guys I met. He was on the show that I went to. And I didn't know anything about deathmatch wrestling or anything like that.
Because you really didn't know, because that's like, because you didn't know, like, it was a thing, like people never knew what it was about until you went back and looked at, you found out about it. You're like,
wow, I found out who the hell this guy was. I was like, dang,
he's a legend.
So that's pretty much it. And then once I got done in Japan, I got stationed over here on the West Coast in San Diego. Trained at a place called SoCal Pro for a little bit, and then B-Boy opened up his school, and then I started training with B-Boy, and I've been with B-Boy for about 4.5 years now.
And more, and keep on going, right? That's it.
Oh yeah, man. But however long they can have me, and I want to keep going and keep learning from different people and different things like that. So
right. There's so many guys you could, and stuff that you want to work on too.
Oh yeah.
Move sets and but do you like using those doors? Pretty nice, huh?
Yeah, I've only been recently this past year. I've been doing a lot more of the hardcore deathmatch wrestling.
Because I see that you tell me, like you're saying, I see that in your in your moveset. You're like, oh, all right, he can do this. He can.
Yeah, well, it fits. It's like. It's one of those things you definitely got to have the mindset for it, will I admit the first time I did it, I was petrified, I didn't know what to expect. I was lucky that one of my first death matches was against Damien 666. So he's a down in Mexico, man. He's basically he's like they call him the Mexican Mick Foley for a reason, So but
and of course Mick Foley's a big icon to everybody in the business.
Oh yeah, 100%. So I've been doing that here for the past year. I enjoy doing them. I love the reaction I get from the crowd when I do them. I take nothing away from them. They're a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, those guys were. I'll tell you what, that scramble was nuts, man. Those guys were going all over the building, up into the balcony.
Oh yeah, great. We went all over the place.
I'm glad you didn't dive off though.
Oh yeah. Hey, if I'd have got my happy ass up there, I would have though. I ain't scared.
Yeah. Be like, hey, here
I come, man. Here I come. Catch me.
Yeah, catch me. Jun Kasai can do it. I can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. But yeah, it's Yeah, it's fun. I mean, really, like you guys just went all. It was a good. That night was crazy, man. It was a good show. Really good
Yeah,
turnout.
it was. Being able to watch the other matches that were there.
Yeah.
They got huge upstart talents getting there.
Mm-hmm.
That were there working. Big Juicy Finale, man. Tito
He
Escondido.
shout out to that guy, man. One of the
Yeah, shout out to
hardest.
Big Juicy.
Mhm,
Big Tito Escondido, man. Them two had a match. They were all over the place.
I know we
And
were
another one,
watching
man. Dark
just every
Sheiks, Sandra
I
Moon. Everybody on
fantastic.
that show
I
showed out.
know. I know everybody did a good job, even you. That's what it was about.
Appreciate it.
Win, lose, draw. You know how it is. It's always the next time.
Yeah,
As they say in a bit. But
yeah.
it's really you want to be seen, and which is and
That's
fans like you, and that's
I hope they do.
right.
Yeah.
I think I had my friend my friend was announcer that night. That kid Jordan.
Oh, Jordan, yeah.
Jordan,
Jordan's a good dude. Jordan's a good dude.
Jordan's a good dude, man. He makes you feel important.
Yeah,
like he's on top.
yeah.
He
He came up to me afterwards and he was like,
Yeah.
"Man, y'all killed it." I was like, "Appreciate it." Yeah.
Yeah. He's always he's always at AEW. I'm like, damn you, man. Where do you live? All right. He's got connects. That's good.
Oh yeah, that he
Man.
does.
But besides this event, what else is coming your way? What do you have coming up? Besides
Well,
that January. Yeah, the next one for that January show, of course.
Yeah, hopefully this January show, they haven't said anything about who's on it or anything like that yet. Hopefully I can be back. The next match that I'm having is this Saturday, here in San Diego, and I'm wrestling someone that I've really been wanting to wrestle for the past 4 years. I'm wrestling Tyler Bateman. Tyler Bateman, man, he's been was in Ring of Honor. He was in that whole crew with Vincent. He's a big dang guy out here, on the West Coast, and all
That's
over
good.
now. So
that's good. So you want to take him? Yeah, step it up, show him what you got,
dude,
right?
Me and him are gonna get in. We're gonna get in the damn middle of that ring, and we're gonna put up or shut up.
Put up or shut up or put him through a door, right?
Hey, if I have to, one of us will go through it. But
I know.
he's definitely the next. He's the next one.
To be seen.
And
sure.
again, this is a match, man, I've been wanting for 4 years. And I can't wait. I know it's gonna be tough. I know it's gonna be hard hitting, but hey, mama ain't raised no bitch. You know what I mean? So
exactly, man up, right? Man up, as the Briscoes would say.
Yeah, man up. Yeah, as Mark and Jay would say, as the Briscoes would say, man up.
Shout out to those guys, man.
Yeah, good dudes, man. I got to meet them at the last GCW show here in LA. They were at. And it felt good being being out here on the West Coast and hearing somebody from the South. Well, they're from Delaware, but the way they talk, it just reminded me of back home. And I was like, man.
It feels good. I know. It's like I don't have the accent of New Jersey, or I got the North Dakota or Rhode Island in me,
Yeah. But so I mean, that's the next one. I think after Saturday, I think that's that's pretty much the end of my year. And then 2022, who knows where I might be. I'm hoping to I'm hoping that people will see the work that I've done, and I want to get out on the East Coast. I've yet to get out to the East Coast. If I could get in the Southeast, that would be cool. A goal of mine is, hearing stories from B-Boy, is going up to the Northeast, working in Philly, working in Jersey, working, the New York area up there. I've always said that would definitely be like my proving ground right there, because I know how.
Actually, funny thing about B-Boy saying the East Coast and stuff. He actually has a connection with actually the guy who was our current champion, and actually a tag team partner of the Hit Squad, Steve Monster Mac. Actually,
Really?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you might
Oh
want
man,
to
who knows?
yeah.
That you know, if they think I'm worth it to get me out there, I know I'm worth it. You know, but it's a goal of mine to get out onto just to get out and branch out more. You know,
That's what it's about. Yeah,
and the
exactly.
West Coast is my home. You know,
Yeah.
I'll wrestle out here at the West Coast. I love it out here. But you know, the goal is to branch out, get my product out there. You know, to more people. You know, so and I'm hoping 2022 does that for me. You know what I mean? So and I'm thinking it will. So I'm just gonna be positive about it and manifest it, and there it is.
That's it, man. It's all about just being seen,
Oh yeah.
and being here. I guess that's it. I call it a night. Let's call it a night because what I gotta do. Yeah, that's it. Good time. Yeah, we said about 30 minutes. That's good.
Yeah, about 30. We can do this again, big dog, man. This is a lot of fun, dude.
Yes, I like it. Yeah.
What Russell's not telling you is when he told me he's like 7:50. I'm thinking 7:50 West Coast time. So
Russell. Fuck Russell.
No, man. No. So now I know what he means is East Coast time. But
yeah. No, we'll do
dude,
this
man,
again.
please. I definitely want to be back on here, dude. We could talk a lot more, dude.
Yeah, because we were gonna, we talked. Yeah, we'll go into like movies and horror and all the other good fun stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it is what it is. I appreciate you having me on, though, big dog.
But feel free to plug away anything. Let me see if I got this stupid little thing. Here it is. All right, good. There's follow him follow you on your social medias. And
that's it. Give me a follow. I will follow you back. I promise. I'm not one of those guys that'll see folks follow me and I'm like, I don't know who the hell this is, but you give me a follow, I'll follow you back. It is what it is.
Yeah, but then you get to people on Facebook. Deny. You know that.
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't know who the hell that is. Blank picture.
Yeah.
The blank picture.
Oh yeah. But definitely give me a follow, man. I appreciate everybody, and if I'm ever in your city or your town or anything like that, please come up and talk to me. I've never not made a friend. So if you come up and talk to me, I'm definitely going to talk back. I'm going to try to carry on a conversation with you. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? Absolutely. Yeah, that's me. That's just the way I was brought up, man. So I'll sit and I'll shoot the shit with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shoot the shit out of a show or something. It's great.
Oh,
it's really good. I wish you'd come to Atlantic City. Oh man, that would have been fun for New Year's.
Maybe it'll happen one day, dude.
I know. There's so many shows they're doing it since they just travel, man. It's like the year again. It's like every year they're gone. I wish I could travel state to state to state.
You, man. Well, I appreciate you watching the LA Fight Show, dude. Appreciate it. And I definitely, hopefully you'll see me on the next one.
Yes, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and more GCW on the East Coast would be.
Oh nice. Yeah, man. That's another goal. Working for LA Fights, but the main goal too is hopefully one day to be on a main GCW show, man. That would
I could see who you would go against. I could see you Shane Mercer. I could see you versus Matthew Justice. Oof.
Justice.
Or a Mance,
he's definitely one.
Or a Mance Warner,
Mance. Hey, get well soon, man. Mance is a good dude too. All those guys are good dudes, man.
I know,
they're badasses.
Even the Dirty Daddy, shout out to him.
Oh yeah, Dirty Daddy, Dan Housen, Starboy Charlie.
Isn't it amazing, man? How these guys just went down like in a pound, and it's like, but they're getting back up. They're getting back up, man.
I tell you, One of the biggest things that he's very motivating to me. You talked about him, the Dirty Daddy, man, Chris Dixon. He's been out here on the West Coast a couple times. I've been able to sit and talk with him a lot. And man, when he got injured, man, he didn't let that shit get him down, man. Dude's already back in the gym working out, Mance is the same way, man. Mance, his injury, like he said it the other day on Twitter. He's like, they're gonna have to roll me out there in a wheelchair. I'll crawl to the damn ring to get the Hammerstein. You know what I mean? So
exactly. Those
guys got a mindset, man, and all those guys, man. Like that's a good mindset to have, you know.
It is, because that's gonna be a magical moment for all them. I wish I was the, it's gonna be, and the new breed of fans to see what the Hammerstein's all about and GCW is all about. All the fans, even they're gonna be like, wow, this is
it's gonna be wild, man. If I'm not there, I'm definitely gonna be watching. 100%.
I'll be watching it. Yeah, I'll be watching it too. I'll be watching on TV. I mean, I wasn't there. I've been to the Hammerstein many of times, for Ring of Honor and ECW's one night stand, and we'll get into that again. We'll talk that next time. How's that,
dude? Man, let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Well, definitely, I'll be able to make sure I'm in we're able to talk for a longer time.
Exactly. Sit on your couch, right?
Oh yeah, man. Sit on my couch, have a beer in my hand.
That's it,
yeah, dude.
Well, let me say thank you for coming on the podcast, Hunter, and I'll talk to you again soon, my friend.
Hey, appreciate it, Russell. Thank you, bro.
Have a good night.
Yeah, man.
And stay tuned, fans. Till the next podcast. I can exit you out. There you go. All right, fans. I got to close all this other stuff here. Idols. There we go. All right, fans. I want to say thank you to my guest tonight, Hunter Freeman from the West Coast area, and from he had a big showing at LA Fights, and GCW presented LA Fights, and you know what, fans, get out to see him at a SoCal show. That's another good promotion. I actually love watching them, like what they do out of that building, and I'm gonna make my bucket list of places to go. We all have our bucket list of places. He wants to come back to Japan. I want to go to everywhere too, and I want to say thank you for coming on the podcast, and stay tuned, fan. I will be talking to this Monday night at 8 p.m. with and I'm drawing a blank here, with Anthony Blackwell Jr. and of the IWE podcast network, and the host of Tornado Tag podcast as well. And looking forward to talking to him. And on Tuesday night at 8 p.m., I'm going to have my guest will be the Mastodon. And I'm looking forward to talking to him. And much, much more, fans. And that's it. Let's have a good night. And let's talk wrestling again, fans. Thank you for listening to the Deathmatch Wrestle podcast, as always. And support Podcast City Network, Deathmatch Wrestle podcast, and many other podcasts on the Podcast City Network as well, such as like Final Scores, movie nights with a whole bunch of movie reviews, and much, much more comedy, gaming, wrestling, baseball, this and that. So many podcasts on the network. Check it out, fans. I want to say thank you and have a good night, everybody. Talk wrestling again. You can find more Deathmatch Russell podcasts on the following social media: deathmatchrussell.com, follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32, and on Facebook, facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32.
Instagram at DavidNJ36. Hey, wrestling fans, I want to mention Collar and Elbow. Collar and Elbow was founded on traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level, a symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. Visit collarandelbowbrand.com and use the promo code Deathmatch Russell Podcast and save 10% off when you make a purchase. Collar and Elbow, where wrestling passion meets street fashion.
Me on Podcast City Network at podcastcity.net, facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share, and on Twitter at Podcast City Net.
Also on Johnner's Wrestling Podcast Network, www.wrestlingwithjohners.com. You can hear Deathmatch Russell podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes.